After that, I was just a freshman in college. I heard my grandma, I love her though, like, she's the best, no shade toward my grandma. But she was like one of the main ones being like, damn, why does Nia always look like sad or depressed in her pictures? Like, what's going on? And she's like, can you please smile? Like, it would be taking me out, but yeah. And I just did not feel the need to do that, you know? I was just like, I don't want to, I don't feel like it, and I don't have to. So that was honestly the start of me stopping people pleasing. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that transitional period because I felt like I truly came into myself. The girl that I had been for like 17 to 18 years, because I graduated when I was 17, she was honestly gone. She was just gone. Like, that's honestly, there's no way to sugarcoat it. I wouldn't say that I was like being fake all those years because I've always been a genuine person my whole life. But I think in terms of not fully honoring myself, I was faking it. And I did all that, all the smiling, all the comforting, all the overextending to make other people happy and to make other people comfortable. Honestly, I found out later in that period of freshman year of college that that made me super uncomfortable. And I would come home after smiling all day and overextending myself just to feel really tired and just numb. I realized it was not worth it and that I really have to take care of myself. Because I felt like after my parents' divorce, my mental health kind of hit a new low that was like different for me. That was kind of hard to fill out. But honestly, I really needed it. And I'm so grateful for that. As a freshman in college, I felt like I was starting again. And I was truly entering my era, becoming a woman. And really getting to know myself and to relearn myself. I always considered myself extroverted for a long time. But I became more introverted. And I remember taking the MBTI test, and I'm an INFJ, and I love it. I love it out here. I love being an INFJ. I feel so heard being an INFJ. But for such a long time, I was an ENFJ, and that was already barely. So that's how you know I was like hiding it, because when I took the test the first time and it came out as ENFJ, the extroverted part, like the percentage for extroversion was literally like 52, 53%. So I was already leaning over introversion, but I just hadn't fully accepted or embraced it yet. I definitely became more quiet, more to myself, and I got really into isolation, and it honestly felt really comforting. I personally think that isolation is not a bad thing, and I love it. I mean, I often get told even now that I shouldn't isolate myself too much, but I feel like people who tell you that they're ultimately not comfortable being by themselves, and so it might be projection. But if you can learn to be by yourself and love yourself, and I mean, you are never going to let yourself down if you allow yourself to learn yourself and love yourself. Eating alone, taking yourself on dates, like just being journaling, all these things, like that is ultimately what allows you to heal. And that's what I did in that period. And I finally became my true self. I started getting into witchcraft. And I'm really bearing the less expressed right here because a lot of people don't know this about me. It's usually something that I keep very private because I feel like all spiritual, religious things, they should be kept private. I feel like they shouldn't be put on people, you know? That's my belief. But yeah, a lot of people don't know this about me, so that's what it is. If that turns you off from me and my content, sorry, I don't know what to do, but it's not harming you. And yeah, we love it here. We love it here as a pagan. So anyway, I grew up Christian, so I felt really guilty whenever I thought about anything. Literally anything, every aspect about me and who I am, I felt guilty for it by being a Christian. And that's just my experience. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to stir up any feelings. I'm just telling you my experience. But I am pansexual. And that is another thing that I learned while I was like a junior to a senior in high school. So all this stuff kind of happened together, you know? But I came out officially when I was in Korea, and there's a whole video on my channel about that if you want to go see it. Every single thing about me being a witch, because I honestly feel like witchcraft is my path. That could be another episode, but you know, when I was young, I used to be listening to subliminals and all this stuff, and I used to like be dipping my toes in witchcraft without knowing it. I honestly feel like I was born to be a witch. There was a period also where I was like really watching Daria a lot. I think I was like in middle school or something like that. And you know, Daria had gothic characters. Like there was always that one girl, what was her name? Like Andrea or something. But and then Trent, which like Trent, yeah, like I was feeling Trent as a middle schooler. But turns out he had goth band posters on his wall. So yeah, I felt really like felt and seen by these alternative characters, and I really did like, this is something that nobody knows. Literally, I think maybe I only expressed this to my mom one time, like later on, but after I binged all of Daria, like even the movies and everything, I legit had this one night where I tried to find all the black clothes in my wardrobe because I had the colorful ass wardrobe at the time. That was another part of people pleasing. I kept wearing colorful clothes because those same friends, they were like, why do you always dress dark all the time? Oh my god, like wear more color. So with my part-time job that I had at the time, I was buying colorful clothes to please them. Yeah, don't do that. But see, that's already a little inkling, because I was already like into alternative fashion, and like I was already dressing darker. I already felt led to be darker. But literally one night after binging all of Daria, I took all the black clothes out of my wardrobe. I tried to find some jewelry that I felt seemed alternative, and I literally just took photos of myself in my room. And that same night, I felt so guilty about it because I was still like pre-witchcraft Nia, you know. Why am I just now saying my name here? Yeah, sorry guys. For those who don't know, like my stage name is Deadpan, but my real name is Nia. I deleted those pictures so fast because I felt so guilty. That was pre-witchcraft Nia, you know, still battling with being a Christian, and I instantly deleted them and like forgot about it. Yeah, or I tried to forget about it. Like I've just always been alternative mindset wise. And I literally remember saying one day while listening to K R&B and K hip hop, saying, I love that dark shit. Like, because I was listening to some old PH1 music on SoundCloud, if anybody knows him, South Korean rapper PH1. And he had this one song that was called Sugoi, which is a Japanese phrase. It means awesome, right? And he was like, or the guy who was featuring on the track, he's like, I remember way back when my homeboy said this BB gun at me and said, I ain't gonna shoot you, but I'm crying because I'm bleeding from my head. So if I put it on unconscious, I won't kill you. Do you feel me? I'll shoot you dead. There's some shit like that. See, I'm fucking up the lyrics, but I don't know, like, things about death and, like, dark things just appealed to me, and I literally, like, that was, like, the aha moment. Weirdly enough, from a Korean hip-hop song, I was like, I love that dark shit. Oh my god. That sounds funny as fuck. Yeah. There were just so many, like, moments in tandem where I was like, yes. Yes. I love being dark. And honestly, also being into K-pop, so many people told me that I was not being black enough, that I wanted to be Korean. And it's like, how are you going to speak for me? How are you putting words in my mouth? You don't know me. But it honestly, I heard that so much. And people judged me so much for being alternative and being into different music that they literally made me feel like there was something wrong with me. And I battled with that for such a long time because it's like, is there something wrong with me? Like, should I only want to like listen to hip hop and rap and all the stereotypically black things? Like, that just doesn't seem right. Like, I should be able to, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm simply appreciating another culture and another language. And I have all the respect in the way that I'm going about it. Like, how does that make me any less black? I can't change the color of my skin. So it just was always very conflicting for me. But when I got into the goth subculture more and more, because when I was in college and I was like scrolling and I was seeing a lot of things about goths, I was doing a lot of research. That was the first thing I did. I was like, I'm gonna start doing research because this is something that I think I really, really align with. So I was like researching the music. I'm like, okay, music based subculture, okay, all this stuff, blah blah blah. And I was like, hell yeah, yes. So I started listening to goth music, and I was like, huh. People already have debates about what was the first goth song and all that, but Screamin' Jay Hawkins, who made I Put a Spell on You, that is pretty much the first ever goth song made by a black person. So I was like, oh shit, that's cool as hell. And as I started learning more and more about the different goth artists and all these things, and I started seeing more people like me, I started seeing more black people doing things. I started seeing all the gothic things about black culture, and like, I was like, yes, you know? Like, I still have my love and appreciation for Korean culture, but after getting judged so much about loving it, seeing something else and being like, this is different. This is not stereotypically black, even though, you know, we have a lot of influence in the subculture and the music genres and everything. But, you know, like rock music, like country music, it gets oversaturated with white people. Sorry, no shade, just being real about it. Love y'all. But it just gets oversaturated, and then people suddenly think that it's not black. But once I started doing all this research and seeing, no, honestly, this is like black as hell. Literally, like, the main color is black. Like, I was born goth because I was born black. The chance to actually dig deeper into it and understand it on a deeper level, because a lot of people just see the appearance and they assume things. They think you're a Satanist. They think you are a sex fiend. They think all this stuff about you that's not true. And I think that's just so dumb. I don't have a problem with Satanists though. I respect all religions. So another thing that I'll talk about in reference to South Korea is my connection to it. So for those who are new here, yeah, like everything that I explained, my backstory about how I got into, you know, the culture and everything and the language, that's all that. But yeah, I just plan to pretty much do music in South Korea as a goth musician. That's the new dream, that's the new goal. I'm just being myself, and yeah. I do think it would be really cool to have a band. I'm really not opposed to that. I would love to be the front woman of a band. That would be awesome. But right now, I'm doing my solo thing. So also, some amazing news. My debut single, Pain in Vain, literally just came out, like, what was that, like last Thursday? And yeah, I hope you guys are really enjoying it. I love that song. It was the very first song that I ever produced, like, ever. I was, like, so brand new to producing before it, and I literally produced that for an assignment at school, and I was like, this is actually tea. Like, I'm gonna very much post this. Also, I'm gonna burn more incense for the vibes, you know? Like this incense. ASMR, y'all. ASMR, y'all. Oh, shit. Okay, there we go. So yeah, if you saw smoke at the beginning and smoke now, it's because I'm lighting incense because I love incense. Today, we have a full moon incense. That's what it's called. I will say it smells like rainwater and stone and maybe a little bit of cinnamon. Yeah, that's what it smells like. I really love it. I strive to smell like incense all the time. So pretty much I would describe the genre as like goth rock or death rock. And you know, it's a very danceable track and it's very fast paced and it's pretty much about not suffering the pain in vain, and by that I mean not committing to a corporate job and feeling that's all you have to do in life. Just being creative, embracing the darkness, and that's part of my brand. I feel like the darkness is pretty much greatness. Like, just everything dark is just authentic, it's true, it's raw, it's real. I think that you don't have to, you know, I mean, a lot of people will tell you that you have to get a degree and you have to do all this stuff in a certain way so that you can be professional and so you can be right, and to make money properly. A lot of people told me that pursuing my Asian studies degree, like, what am I gonna do with that? A lot of people shit on humanities degrees, but I think do what you love, and ultimately whatever you're passionate about is how you're gonna be able to make money, and that is literally words to live by. So if you haven't heard that from anybody else in your life, literally hear it from me right now. Go do what you want to do, okay? Start whatever you want to start. Make sure you start any degree that you want to do, okay? Like, don't listen to people. Do what you love. Whatever you are passionate about, that's how you're gonna make your money. If you literally do what you hate, if you have a job that you hate, yeah, I guess you're gonna make money, but you're gonna die fast. You should at least live knowing that you'll die happy. You should at least live happy enough so that you can die and rest peacefully, you know? That's just what I believe. That's what the song is about. Don't suffer the pain in vain, and dark delight reclaim, or you'll remain as remains, is pretty much the last lines of the song. So we're pretty much coming to the end of our episode, but first I want to say that we will be doing Q&A sessions weekly. So I'm just testing out this first episode. This was pretty much just the background on me as an artist, as a person. And yeah, so please, on my Instagram weekly, I will, you know, drop the little Q&A box so you guys can ask me whatever questions, or, you know, if you want any advice, I'm totally there for that. I'm here for you guys. Thank you for supporting me. I love you all so much. And yeah, that's the first episode of Dead Pandemonium. Woo! So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed so much. I feel like we're really building a family here. Again, thank you for 300 subscribers. I'm gonna stop saying and yeah, because I say that a lot too, so I'm gonna try to stop saying and yeah. But oh my god, this loud ass truck wanna, did y'all hear that? Okay. This loud ass truck wanna interrupt my shit. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in this week. I love y'all so much. And embrace the chaos. Embrace the dark chaos. Love you. Bye.